Hi everyone, and welcome to a special bonus episode of Disco Elysium, the final cut. So obviously we finished the game, but this episode is going to be me just doing a bunch of the quest lines that I missed or didn't finish. In particular, obviously the church, nightclub, rave side quests with Sona and the lads in the tent. And a cell, obviously, but there's a few other quests as well that I've kind of unlocked. I've had to replay through a large chunk of the game because the only save I had from before then was on day 2 at 10 AM, so I've had to do a lot of the game again. And as a consequence of that, I've got more gear, I've got a ton of money, and I've unlocked a few things and done a few things differently. My character build is mostly the same because it is still from the same starting build, but I'm chain smoking now because I've got so much money. I bought a load of cigarettes, so hopefully we'll be able to keep our intellect at a 4 by just constantly chain smoking because I've got so much money. And our hand-eye coordination has gone up. I've got the full set of FALN gear unless there's a shirt I've not got yet, but I'm not wearing the hat because I got the 25 real from Evra and I got 25 real from the lads in the tent because I failed a hand-eye coordination check and they hit me in the eye and they paid me off with 25 more real. And we've got the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center, which gives us money and a lot of experience. We've got a bunch of extra thoughts that we'll be able to explore. So yeah, the 4 quests basically that we're going to be exploring. We've got the church thing, which is the main thing we want to look into, but we've got the homosexual undergrounds thing, which means we get to talk to Kim about something extra. So yeah, but we'll talk to Kim about that. I didn't pursue the responsibility thing. I did the ultra liberal thing instead, which was a savoir-faire money making thing. So we need to go and talk to Cindy the Skull about funding her art career so that we can make money from it. We've got the advanced race theory that we got from Measurehead, and I will be safe scumming like no one's business. And this episode will be a lot more edited. I'll cut out any running around and we'll just get to the quests themselves. So I don't know how long it'll be. It might be 2 episodes, it might be 1, but that's it. I've got a few thoughts that, you know, I didn't have before, like Ace is low because I shot the body down. I save scummed until I did that. We got Boyadero. As a result of having the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center, our suggestions taken a hit, so I've had to put a few extra points into that. And I've gotten this thing open, and there's someone in here, it turns out. So this is where we're going to start. Then we'll talk to Kim. Then we'll go talk to Cindy the Skull. Then we'll head over to the church. I still need to talk to Joyce about the pail. I haven't done that yet, and I need to tell Kim to do one for a bit to do that. So I don't know if that has an effect on the church quest, but we'll see. Anyway, long intro. We're going to go in here. I wasn't recording when this triggered because I had like a 17% thing, so I was reloading constantly. There'll be a lot of save scumming if I have to hit more checks. What the hell is going on? Is this like the thing in the church?
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital.
Okay, he's rich. So I do know because I've been Googling certain things so I didn't waste time. Because I had to replay quite a large portion of the game before I start playing Subnautica tomorrow. So this guy apparently can give you money, but you need to be a communist or something.
The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review.
Let's squint.
Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, and echo.
Excellent.
Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard.
Sure.
In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
Wow.
Welcome. Come in, make yourself at home. Sorry, I'm not better able to receive you. I wasn't expecting visitors today.
Okay, so this is a Scottish man trying to do a Russian accent. To the
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
What you can see of his body appears composed in a sharp summer suit and yacht shoes. Who are you?
Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days.
What kind of circle is that?
Anyhow, my name is Rustam Teodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And you are?
Mr. Diodore, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
Harry Dubois.
Pleasure to meet you, Harrier Dubois. I must admit, the name suits you very well.
Maybe he is Russian. Not Scottish, I don't know. The rolling of the R's always says Scottish to me, but that is a very Russian thing as well. How did you become so rich, friend?
To be perfectly blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Grad.
Fair enough.
All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
That's very true, you know. Like the inherent problem with with someone inheriting a lot of money is that then they become someone who doesn't value the money, so they're irresponsible with it, and then they end up going bankrupt, right? So it's kind of like the cycle of being responsible, right? You either, if you grow up poor, you then maybe value money a bit more and are more responsible with it. If you grow up rich without learning the value, you're going to end up losing it all. So there's some kind of cycle there, right? What's it like being extremely high net worth individual?
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level.
Yeah, that's true. It's all relative, right?
But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what.
Sure.
Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really.
You're right. Capital accumulation is its own reward. Don't you think that you should use your great wealth for the glory of your fatherland? You're a thief. People out there are working their asses off while you chill in here. It's great that you've done so well for yourself, but don't you think you owe some of that wealth to the rest of society? Cool. I don't even have any interesting replies. Yeah, one of these two. I don't want to necessarily call him a thief, but he did inherit his initial wealth, right? So that has allowed him to be successful. Yeah, it's great you've done so well, but don't you think you owe some of it to society?
Sure. And they benefit when I buy things to stimulate the economy. Do you know how many jobs it takes to build and maintain a racing yacht?
Thousands?
Dozens, at least. Of course, in the future, it'll all be automated. But my point is this.
I realised that I said before, I think you need to pursue communist dialogue, so saying that he's a thief would have been the communist reply, and I picked the moralist reply, but...
Every man gets what he earns. It's the height of tyranny to take that from him.
Man, being a high net worth individual sounds great. No, say nothing.
Capital makes one speechless, does it not? Blinds like the sun that rises from beyond the horizon after a gloomy winter.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about.
Yeah, there's something strange about you, buddy.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know how to put it. You look somehow a little different.
Are you talking about my chin?
No, I can't even see you. It's as if something is happening to the light.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
Great.
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient is a ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth between individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1, or 100%, it means one person possesses all the net worth among that group of individuals. It's been observed that when the Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient reaches about 0.96 or so, the laws of physics begin to bend around the high net worth individual.
What the hell's happened to our real? But what's our coefficient?
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient for you and this individual appears to be 0.9998, repeating.
Yeah, look at our money. What the hell's... It wasn't like that when I loaded in, was it? And it's a glitch. Are you telling me that you're so rich that, like, literally bends around your face?
Among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire.
Really?
No, not really. There are actually quite many digits.
A man this chill is at least a triple-digit billionaire.
Kim, are you seeing this too?
I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who's unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
So Kim's not as poverty-stricken as us.
Yes. I imagine that does look strange to you. My container.
What are you doing here?
Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
We're in Martinez, a district of Revachol, the former capital of the world. We're in Martinez. There's a pretty good hostel here called the Whirling in Rags. We're in Martinez, there's a cool church here. We're in Martinez, there's a creepy abandoned commercial area. We're in Martinez, there's a cool church here.
Was it Krasmazov that said, religion is parolidon for the masses?
That's true.
He may have been a communard, but we're in agreement about that. Still, I imagine the architecture is quite lovely.
It's a mixed bag.
It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
Wait, why don't you help them? You've got so much money, it can't make a difference to you.
There simply aren't enough hours a day to
Yeah,
hand out
right.
all the handouts. It's like feeding seagulls. There are always more, and they never seem to do anything interesting with it, except more seagulls.
This guy's an elitist.
Spending money is a matter of desire. I'm sure you agree. I don't have the desire for spending it like that.
So you travel in a container.
Smart, no? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to.
Yes.
Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, bail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
So it's not worth being rich.
What? No, I didn't say that at all. Being rich is great. Just don't tell anyone I told you that.
The bending light appears to wink. Alright, give me some money.
I don't see how it's appropriate for a representative of the law to ask a wealthy person for money.
Kimmy?
It shines a bad light on the RCM, if you catch my meaning.
Dude, shush.
Come now. There is not even a cent of corruption here. I'm merely being polite. So, let me check my pockets. As you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think I only have coins for coffee machines.
Yeah, sure.
Here is 3 real. How much can you get for this?
Nothing. Gets me nothing.
That's the idea, my friend. Maybe you can make that money grow.
Shut
Come
up.
up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
This is a
Terrible.
proposal, not a question. These ultra-liberal types love losing huge sums of money on ludicrous proposals. Ergo, you should come up with a plan that's totally dead in the water.
These ultra-liberal types love losing huge sums of money on ludicrous proposals. Totally dead in the water. Right, I hope we can come back, because I'm going to spam this. Yeah, see you in a bit.
Thanks for stopping by. If you ever have...
Alright, time to do some save scumming, guys. So, we need to smoke, so... we raise our intellect. I don't have a skill point, but conceptualization's at 6. I'll put my conceptualization gear on. So conceptualize. So we're still gonna have to hit. Oh wait, it was a godly check, wasn't it? We're gonna have to hit hit a double 6. Oh, that's gonna take ages. I thought it was just a 10. Let me just check.
Welcome back, gentlemen.
Oh.
What can I do for you?
Oh, godly's a 16, so we just have to hit a double 4. Okay. Right. Right, let's try this first attempt.
Welcome back, gentlemen.
Let's
what
follow
can I
what.
do for you?
Shut up. We're going to try what suggestion said and present one that's sure to fail.
What's worse
Hey,
than throwing money
first
at
try.
something that's already failed?
Okay, so I've got this idea for a board game.
Go on.
Brace yourself. It's very high concept.
I'm ready.
It's a pen and paper game where people all over the world can play with each other using radios.
Nicking an idea that wasn't worth anything in the first place and trying to pass it off as your own? How very entrepreneurial. I love it.
Thank you, suggestion.
Hold on. Have we met before?
No.
Yeah, on second thought, it couldn't have been you.
No.
Your idea reminds me of a group of young men who came to me a long time ago, calling themselves Fortress Accident. The name should have been a red flag.
Right.
They pitched me and a handful of other investors on an idea for a role-playing game that would, in their words, change the world.
What happened?
Well, at first everything was rosy. The ideas were solid, but they were lacking in... how do I put it?
Work ethic.
They lacked the will to get things done. As their financial situation became more desperate, their ideas devolved from realistic to absolute insanity.
I'm sure you like that.
We lost all of our money. High art types never deliver. They're only good for peddling Wilkins or whatever creeps they come up with.
Creeps.
I guess the inordinate amount of time they put into drawing mythical creatures did not generate a return on investment.
Where are they now?
Nobody knows for sure, but the place can't be pretty.
Did you try and salvage it?
Sadly, when we got there, it was too late. The concept had run out of steam. Only dust remained. What I want to tell you is this. It's a very bad idea. Dead in the water. You seem like a reasonable man, but that is not a reasonable plan.
No! Suggestion, you failed me.
Okay, well, maybe I was wrong. We've all learned something today.
You sure you don't want to give it a second try?
Absolutely not.
Fuck. Right, time to reload. Because that's what we do now. No more honest man playthroughs. No more keeping it true to whatever. I just want to make some money.
Welcome back, gentlemen.
Alright, sound
What
investment
can I
plan.
do for-
Deploying high concept buzzword generator. All systems functional. Ready to engage in 3, 2, 1.
Go.
It's time to disrupt the future. You've got to stay lean, innovative, and focus on what matters most. The children.
Okay, maybe Everart's project.
Steal the Union boss's idea, add a twist, and present it as your own? Very capitalistic.
Okay, suggestion. Don't let me down again. You should invest in a youth centre, dude.
A youth center, huh? What kind of youth center?
What in Martinez?
A place to teach them practical skills, like teamwork and self-discipline.
Sure.
Come on, tell him what he wants to hear.
One dedicated to instilling liberal economic values in children from low net worth families. One to inspire the future leaders of tomorrow to public service. You know, a regular youth centre with basketball courts and stuff to teach teamwork and other emotional skills. Yeah, let's go with the first one then. That's what he wants to hear. Economic values.
Brilliant. Without children, who'll be there to buy stuff in the future?
Yes, and if it doesn't work out, we can always repurpose the centre as a shopping mall, or shopping mall, or private equity firm.
When life closes a door, it opens a window, yes? What's the expected return on this?
Highly educated, work-ready, human capital-ready to be directed toward any number of your vast interests. With human beings, there's always a risk associated, which is why we've got to hold on to the centre itself as a fallback. I think, should we be honest? Highly educated, work-ready human capital.
You're deep into ultra-liberal territory now. Good work.
Thank you.
Very impressive. You've got a natural eye for unusual investment opportunities.
I know.
I don't normally do this without a formal pitch deck, but to hell with it. What's the point of being rich if you have to follow all the rules?
Give me the money.
Here's the round of
Oh.
funding. This should be enough to prove out the concept and get things off the ground.
Beautiful.
Ratan, now's your chance to take some time off. Spend it with your good buddy and get absolutely wrecked in the process.
Drugs do go well with money.
Nothing less than total annihilation will suffice.
Hello, darkness.
The lieutenant looks at you with horror.
Ah, yes. Now you're displaying it. The eccentricity
Yes.
that becomes a wealthy individual.
If the money saint's visage weren't wrapped in physics-defying light, you would see his approval. Thank you for placing your unwavering trust in me, light man.
Remember, it's not a handout. It's
Yeah,
an
whatever.
investment. And I expect to see returns.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
The lieutenant stands there, dumbfounded. His mouth opens slightly.
Not bad, Kimmy.
I'm not unimpressed. Let's leave it at that.
Now, was there anything else I could help you gentlemen with?
No, thanks for the cash. I'm never going to see you again. Beautiful. Oh, our money's changing depending on how close we are to him. So we should have like 170 real. This is insane compared to how like broke I was for the whole playthrough, right? Oh, right. Let's go buy some drugs. All right. Let's get our outfit back on. Full FALN with the encyclopedia boost so that we always get those checks. I'm just going to run out of the harbour here so that we can talk to Kim about this homosexuality underground. So I'm guessing that means Kim is gay or bisexual maybe, and that's why he found it so funny when we were talking to the gendarme guy. Alright, Kimmy, we need to have a talk, apparently.
Yes?
I've got big news, Kim. Tell Kim about how you no longer obsess over your sexuality.
Okay.
I've managed to stop obsessing about my sexuality.
Great. Imagine all the time you'll have for work now. Matter of fact, we should get back to it right now.
Oh. Nod.
Turns his attention elsewhere.
Just one thing, though.
What?
Are you part of the homosexual underground?
You didn't stop at all, did you? You are just obsessing about other people's sexuality now.
I'm just following the quest, Kimmy. Yeah, but...
But am I? I'll spare you another 20-hour mine project. Yes, I am. Now let's get back to work.
Okay. Sorry for bringing it up, Kim. Alright, I'm going to go buy some drugs and some cigarettes, and then I'll see you guys at Cindy. Alright, so I already triggered this quest earlier, because you get a savoir-faire thought when you come past, so I gave her the old 9mm gun fingers. So, hey there, Sind.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Whip out our finger pistols. It's your lucky day. I'm looking to acquire some original art by the creme de la creme.
What's that? The piggy's looking to get into the art market with a snappy business pitch.
Oh, yes.
Watch out, or you'll be auctioned off and face the chop.
She draws a line across her throat with a thumb.
The lieutenant straightens his back, waiting to see where this is going. Relax. It's all part of her image. She stares at you, fearlessly, waiting for a response.
I'm not a pig, I am the law. Show me what you're selling or I'll shut you down. No. Perfect, this is all very on brand for you. Love that little persona you've created. Pretend you're a pig stuck in a cage. Help, let me out. I don't want to die. 2 or 3. I don't know if we say on brand or that might push her away. I think we should stick with what savoir-faire wants us to do, so... I don't know, let's go for number 2. Help, let me out, I don't want to die.
Whoa! Calm it with that shit, cop. The whole point of graffitio being on the street is so everyone can see it. No charge. Expression for all.
Damn it.
There has to be a way to convince her. Everyone has a price.
Correct, savoir-faire.
Forget this public art. She must have something private and esoteric. Something that tormented her until she brought it into existence. But how does she make a living? How does she keep a roof over her head? It must be hard.
I'm after something a little more challenging. I have an actual art degree after all. Don't you have anything personal? Show me our most conceptual chef d'oeuvre. I don't know how to say that. If all your art's free, how do you make a living?
You call this a living? Look around you, Hogman. We're all bleeding out on the slab.
This place might be rotten, but at least it's hers.
One day something will come along and pull you out of the mug. I'm sorry to hear that. I can only imagine the horrors you've seen. But you should feel at home here, right? Besides, there's nowhere else to go.
So what, pig? You gonna mock me now? I don't need this.
Let me in. Let me hear what you have to say.
Fuck out of here. This let's get through this together type of stuff doesn't work on me.
Damn it.
Especially if it's coming from a pig.
Perfect. She isn't interested. All the more reason to move on from this little side task.
Your partner here gets it. Anything else I can not do for you, gentlemen?
Okay, my name is Captain Save Scum. We will save Scum, even a 92%.
Hello
check.
again, officers.
Show me your art.
Have you come to admire?
Sure, she's all draped up in ironic detachment, but everyone's gotta eat.
I do have something to offer in exchange for your art. Cash.
Great. A little foray into the art world continues.
Be quiet, Kimmy.
Blah, blah. I'm not for sale, piggo.
She looks almost disappointed by your lousy offer.
Told you these artist types repel wealth. Turn it around. It's the seller who wields the power in this relationship.
Really? Okay, turn it around. Really, you're just gonna let go of a chance to milk some stupid piggo rolling in cash? I don't care what you sell me, and I don't care what you do with your money. It's your choice. Okay, so savoir-faire would say option 2. Suggestion's been doing us a bit dirty so far in this episode. I think we should stick with, I don't know, savoir-faire? It's your choice.
Uh-oh, you're manipulating me. I do like a chance to rip off some stupid pigos. And I need a pack of cigarettes.
Yes, I've got lots of them.
And some paint. Okay, whatever, Piggy. Time to leech off each other like the parasites we are. Let me see what I've got.
She reaches into her heavy coat and pulls out a small piece of plastic coated with thick emulsion.
Even the lieutenant leans closer to inspect the work.
Here. Happy?
The plastic looks sad and damaged, as if it's been ripped out of some bigger piece. A glitzy barnacle of colours covers its surface.
Interesting. You can immediately see multiple ways to interpret this piece. What is the experience that the artist is trying to create? What bodies and spaces are they seeking to explore? Remember, this is a buyer's market. You're the one who's in charge of pricing.
Show it to me.
She juts out her hand, letting you examine the piece. 3 red splotches have been shot at a diagonal across the surface. Tinier crimson spots fan out from the same point of origin.
Well, Piggo, what do you make of it?
She sounds almost mocking, waiting for your reaction. It's not a piece of art, it's just a piece of old rubbish.
There's tension in these strokes of genius. A desire to step into a dialogue with the viewer, to provoke them. A meditation on Sein und Nicht-Sein. The angle of the paint drops reveals that they were fired at the canvas with the force of a hand cannon. It's one of those ink blot tests, an invitation to connect with the divine.
You know, guys, I was actually I was doing some reading about Rorschach tests, speaking of ink blot tests again. And how I only ever knew a little bit about Rorschach tests, but they're actually an incredibly accurate kind of test when you do it properly. But the problem is that they got kind of adopted by pop psychology and popular culture, and they got kind of used by people who didn't really read the manual on how to use them, and the work just kind of got corrupted and then became a bit of a joke within professional circles, whereas the actual research showed that it was an incredibly accurate thing to use. So, okay. Conceptualization thinks it's something serious. She might just be trying to rip us off with something that's not really art. You're exploring the liminal space between being and unbeing, a cunning juxtaposition. Someone got killed here, a 5mm caliber, point blank range. I see blood clot coins placed as offering to a pulsing threshold, but what does it mean? I kind of want to go with Inland Empire. I see blood clot coins placed as offering to a pulsing threshold.
It's a sign. Better pay up, or you'll anger the terrible beast from... What did you say? The threshold. Careful now. I heard it has a soft spot for smoked pork.
Is this one of your signature pieces?
Signature? Oh yeah, pigster. I sneezed while holding a wet brush. Paint flecked onto the canvas, and voila! You don't get more signature than that.
An exquisite commentary of the precious serendipity of the creative process. Interesting. What I really want to know is, what do you call this new style? That's disgusting. You painted this with a sneeze, truly remarkable, a clear sign of genius. And what do you call this new style?
Art issue.
Let's come back to this.
Suit yourself.
Oh.
Sure, Piggo.
How much do you want? We shouldn't ask this, but still.
67,000 real. And your head on a silver tray.
Remember, this isn't about the art or the artist. This needless purchase implies your excessive wealth. Art comes across as more tasteful than simply hanging cash on the wall. She may antagonize you, but she's still a struggling artist with no prospects. She needs as much money as you can give.
Thankfully, I am rich. Here you go, here's 50.
Not bad. I guess I'll take it.
She holds back her excitement as she gives you the painting.
Splendid. Your first physical asset. But no time to stop. Money grows old unless it keeps moving. You need to find a buyer, preferably someone who will pay a high price for such an exclusive piece from a local artist.
Joyce, maybe. Gart, definitely not. Everard, definitely not. Light bending guy, yeah.
Good call. He's already handed over 100 real. Let's hustle him for even more moolah.
Yeah.
Look at us, coming to an agreement. Who'd have thought?
A breeze blows strands of hair across her forehead as she leans into the balustrade.
Anything else you want? I'm in a good mood, but it won't last long.
Catch you later, kid. It's the painting that Cindy sold to you. The canvas is a fragment of plastic snapped off from some larger object that's been coated thick with emulsion. A blitz of dotted colours shoot out from one of the corners. Become a man of plenty, yeah. Yeah, so we need to go see the guy in the container again. I'll see you guys over there. Alright, I picked up a couple of thoughts. Date of birth generator, turns out we're 44 years old. And I've got advanced race theory, so we'll be able to talk to Measurehead, as painful as that's going to be, but we'll see where that gets us. Okay, so pay me for this painting.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Would you like to buy some high concept art?
The art market. Intriguing. You've already convinced me to invest in you, so please, go on. Tell me what you are thinking.
I've recently discovered a local painter with enormous potential.
A painter? I'm always looking to expand into new asset classes. Who's the artist?
Cindy the Skull.
Aha! And the name of the piece?
Keith? More of I don't know what that means. The arduous slaughter of the 8th pinniped.
There's no sign of a reaction for a good 3 seconds. Then,
Wonderful things, aren't they? Names. They can completely change your reading of a person, or in this case, a painting.
Nod confidently.
Before I invest, I need to know more about the work. How do I know this asset is going to appreciate with time?
this is the only question that matters. Fail to come up with an interesting hook, and he's out.
I forgot to save before this.
Remember, you're not just selling a painting. You're selling a story.
Okay.
Give the man a reason to throw down that paper. The comfortably wealthy want their views challenged when making a purchase.
Oh.
Don't hold back.
Why does suggestion have to keep showing up, dude? I've got, my stats are quite varied because because of that Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center, I've picked up a lot of levels. Staring at it long enough lets you immerse yourself in Capri. It's an early entry in an emerging style known as artistry. The artist was struggling, really struggling. You're actually the first person to see this painting after the artist. Value is something you should discover for yourself. What do you see? Maybe we go for an emerging style. Selling a story. It's an early entry into an emerging style known as artistry.
Emerging? That's a word with plenty of appeal. What is it that defines this style exactly?
The obvious answer is to be illustrative. However, he would be much more interested in art that directly tackles social issues. Just tell him the truth. Why does no one ever want to tell the truth?
It's art that tackles issues. Art plus issues is artistry. Splatter, disarray, chaos. It's anti-design. I kind of like number 3, but I'm not following anyone's advice then. Art of sneezing, that's just no, volition's wrong there. It's art that tackles issues. Art plus issues. Art issues. That's... Is that too arty though for him? Let's just tell him maybe what he wants to hear. It tackles issues.
I see. Very good. What kinds of issues are we talking about? I've really got into the housing crisis recently.
Oh yeah, this is all about the housing crisis. The artist doesn't even have a home. It's a real spit and sawdust affair. See those splatters? That's poor people. Yeah, yeah.
Poor thing. In that case, buying this will help me fulfill my noblest oblige for the month.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing a good deed here.
Just give me the
really
money.
giving back to society. Just give us the money already.
Well, I think that settles it. You found the buyer, my friend.
Cash.
Pleasure transacting with you.
Cashola.
However, there are a few complications. I don't have the cash on me right now to pay for art of this caliber.
No.
What I can instead offer are shares in Mauer Koslay Mercury Group.
Okay.
Shares. That's even better. You can do a lot with them if you play your cards right.
What is this group?
It's a Gotwaldian Ilmaran company that specializes in extracting mercury.
Mining?
It's seen massive growth lately due to the discovery of Revachol mercury. Have you heard about it? At the moment, it's trading at more than 1.5 times the price of gold. That's because it's an essential component in the next generation of radio computers. Rave's using it in their next model. I can't wait for mine to turn up. My predictions say its improved speed and azimuthal range should increase my trade efficiency by whopping 46%. You really should order one if you don't want to be left behind.
A step forward for technology, yes, but only for those who can afford it.
What are the shares worth?
I bought these shares many years ago for a steal. As predicted, Mauer Koslay Mercury's operating profit has increased year on year, and there is no signs of it slowing down. People always need mercury.
Sweet.
Which means you could net yourself a considerable profit if you need some immediate liquidity. But if you don't mind waiting, I expect the value of these
5
shares
years?
to double within the next 5 years.
What can I do with them?
They're the very unit of capital. You can buy them, sell them, even sit on them if you think it wise. Trust me when I say this. Becoming a shareholder means you are part of the big leagues.
Deal.
Splendid.
You hear the sound of expensive fabrics brushing against each other. When it stops, a roll of paper emerges from the radiance.
It looks almost ethereal.
What's that?
This is a stock certificate. Well, a photocopy of one. Nevertheless, it's solid proof that you own shares in Mauer Koslay Mercury Group.
Thanks.
The light around the individual in front of you changes somehow as you take the scroll.
Oh.
You can't figure out what's different. You just know that it is. Something's rattling within you. It feels like the first penny dropped into a piggy bank.
We're rich.
The Weiss Wiesmann coefficient for you and this individual has now dropped to 0.9989. Repeating.
That concludes our part of the transaction. Once you've turned over the asset, my people will get the legal ball rolling. Another deal complete. Welcome to the big leagues! If you haven't already, I'd advise you to consider hiring a personal brand strategist.
What do they do?
What don't they do? They practically do everything, from spotting good investments and analyzing design trends to booking a lunchtime table at the prestigious Landrusier.
Could you hook me up with one?
Unfortunately not. I only know the ones who work with multi-millionaires and beyond. But take a look around, and I'm sure you'll find one. Personal brand strategists are attracted to money like sharks to blood.
Right.
You'll find having net worth opens many new doors for you.
Sweet. Here's an avant-garde proposal. What about Idiot Doom Spiral? He used to hustle and hang with the sales hawks and trend pushers of the marketing world. Let's ask him if he knows any personal brand strategists.
Oh, and we should see what this net worth can do. Might score a discount. or better yet, get you some free goods. That's the kind of thing that really makes you feel like a hotshot. Ask the local merchants about it if you get the chance.
Okay.
So, what's next on the agenda?
Nothing. Right, I am out of here. Okay. Oh, we got an interact. Okay. A photocopy of an official certificate that proves the holder owns public shares in Mauer Koshlai Mercury Group. You don't know how valuable a photocopy of a stock certificate really is now that you think of it.
The pearlescent paper adamantly resists being held open. It demands struggle at both ends. The print inside is just as taxing, due to its fine and curlicue font. The most attractive part is the image emblazoned across the top. Feisty little thing. But don't worry, it's under control. Devious use of swish there. It's a font literally designed to win legal agreements by way of being almost unreadable through flamboyance.
Okay, look at the top.
Inside an oval frame is a grey sketch of a curly-haired girl enthusiastically riding an industrial drill. It's churning up hard chunks of rocky ground and scattering them into the air. In the hole created beneath is a silvery river of liquid metal.
Attempt to read it.
Each letter is shaped like a laugh line, being pulled in a million different directions. They're all grinning at you, pleased with practically being indecipherable.
Focus on the header.
A bold black mesh curves around the oval image at the top of the document. It almost looks as if it were penned with intention. Perhaps it was. You're starting to think it might actually say something. If it does, it remains hidden from you. All you see is a baffling enigma, a coiled nest of viper letters, if they even are letters.
Oh, there must be some way to form form of logic hidden away in there. Let's see if we can squint.
Your vision blurs into a haze of dark scribbles. It's like looking at a wrought iron fence through a greasy lens. Not a single recognizable symbol appears to you. The certificate threatens.
Okay, maybe we need to just pass that logic check. Get yourself a personal brand strategist. Okay, right, we're going to go talk to Measurehead. It looks like this episode will be dealing with all the other quests before we do go to the church. We might get to start the church thing, maybe just get them to move in there. Alright, Measurehead. Alright, Measurehead, we are now a full-blown racist. We've got a net worth rating here, interestingly.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
I think I know what the race enigma is.
And
Oh god, oh god. What the hell, man? It's shit. I just wanted to get into the harbour. Paradoxically, you plan to supersede the Occidentals with their own race theory. This racecraft is what rich people want us to do while they get all the money. It's just something you shock people with, liberal and progressive people. It's whatever you want it to be. It's a free association language exercise. Degenerate race hero. It's about you being conflicted about your Koshka girlfriend, isn't it? I don't know about the rest, but it's clear I should stop drinking the ancient Ilmaran mind poison Al-Ghul. This dump is ready to be superseded by the Areopagite superstate. I can serve as a clerk in your administration. Maybe you need a cop. I should stop drinking the mind poison?
fascinating. The Revacholian degenerate shows signs of racial self-reflection. How did you accomplish this little feat?
I sobered up for 5 minutes. I imagined the picnic face of the desert pygmy laughing at me, crooked teeth grinning. I imagined a woman laughing at me beneath her pity, terrible and beautiful. It's always been 100% clear to me that the answer to the race enigma is I should stop drinking. He's surrounded by women, so that might be more valuable to him. I imagined a woman.
So it would seem, Ralph. On one hand, this pathetic self-therapy has little to do with the great mystery of living organisms, the race enigma. And, of course, you will not be able to free yourself from the yoke of rule. It is too late. It may be lethal to stop at this point, but still.
He pauses in heroic doubt.
Your willpower fires up, directing you to speak.
If the Revacholian degenerate is capable of critical thought, he may the rave's adversary yet. Was I mistaken to share the esoteric science with him?
Jean, baby, you did the heroic thing.
I will.
That is not possible. The game of Shahmat you play against the rule streaks is unwinnable. The days, the weeks, the months will wear you out. The Occidental haplogroup is incapable of long-term, lucid thoughts.
Alright, fine, you're right. I like to party.
That is right. You cannot withstand the wasteland of reality.
Perhaps we should go and do some work now.
Sure, Kim.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota.
What is my lower intestine talking about?
Lower intestine.
Okay, but what's the hard stuff?
Fascism, Brota.
What is fascism?
Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachol's problems?
Financiers?
Yes, women. Women. Men of war.
Did we get this
You
last
don't
time?
like them. They're
Yeah, we did.
insane. That's what fascism boils down
Is this
to.
some sort of seizure?
The stomach truth. You're having a stomach
Why am I getting
because you
this?
said the hard things that others won't say. The good things.
Alright, proceed to the
You're
judgment.
going to keep your views right. Keep
Sure.
it for the nation. Smart. Best not to mention the woo.
Yeah. Okay, Wasteland of Reality. It's been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic and that it's a sickness and it's killing you. You're crawling on your knees through life, your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground, your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're right. Anything's better than this, even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit. Okay, I'll have to check what the benefits of this are, but I don't have a skill point available anyway. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go talk to Joyce. No. Yeah, I'll go talk to Joyce, learn about the Pale, then I'll reappear and we'll talk to Idiot Doom Spiral. Okay, time to progress the ultra-liberal quest.
Tequila Sunset.
Yes. Do you know any personal brand strategists? I need to start building my image.
Things have really turned around for you, haven't they?
Yeah, we're rich, buddy.
You've got big money problems now.
He looks back at you, eyes gleaming.
Don't be shy, Tequila. Of course I'll do it. I'm your man.
No, you misunderstood me. I want you to recommend a personal brand strategist, not become one. What do you mean you're my man?
Your personal brand strategist, man. Now, I know I'm not your typical choice. I don't wear a suit, I'm not 100 years old, I'm not about to die tomorrow.
Not so sure about
Yeah.
the last part, with all that drinking.
But I've got something the others don't. I'm on your level.
Really?
And as I already understand your needs, I can marry my high concept ideas with your brand easily. I'll help you make your mark.
Great can-do attitude. A billion real mindset. Clinically insane energy. Hire him on the spot.
Alright, you're hired.
No, Tequila, no.
Oh.
I'm a professional, you see? I insist that you give me a formal interview. It wouldn't be fair on the other candidates if you didn't.
Okay.
What do you need to know?
He leans forward and takes another sip from his bottle, brows knitted together in mock seriousness.
What you truly want to know is, can you really trust your entire fortune to a drunk who lost his house keys while out for a jog?
Okay. What experience have you got?
I used to be a moderately high net worth individual myself, if I can say so. I've managed big money before, played the game, hustled the movers of the marketing world. At the Boom Boom Room, I directed a team of talent architects. People so high concept their names were nothing but a single letter. We had manic ideas, fueled by copious amounts of coffee-flavored whey powder. We did stuff no one had ever seen before. or synths.
We're going to need examples here. Just going by one of your initials doesn't cut it.
You're after measurable performance, not tales of happy memories. Numbers, please. How many years did he work? What profits did he earn? Yeah, sure, logic. I need numbers.
Numbers? How about 15 fucking years of jamming art into people's heads? That's hundreds of high-concept ideas developed and executed for those fancy corp boys in their suits. The result?
He leans back, ready for the mic drop.
Millions of real generated for clients. I've made my name in this work.
And then he lost it all by going for a jog.
I have reservations.
Not exactly inspiring.
About your personal responsibility, mate.
Tequila. Whatever's going on in my reality situation doesn't have any bearings on yours. This is all about you and your future. Ask me about that.
How does drinking impact your work performance?
Drinking is the fuel to my fire. Moistens me up to ensure the high concepts have a smooth landing.
He tries taking another sip from the bottle, but misses and pours some of its contents inside his collar.
Ah, shit.
He could definitely work more on his hand-eye coordination. You should hire him and ask him to stop drinking. Everyone deserves a second or third chance.
Give me your best pitch, Doom Spiral.
Okay. Let me get a sip first.
Yes. He manages to down half a bottle, then sits up straight. A hazy but oddly determined stare in his eyes. His finger shoots up.
You see, net worth means nothing to the people of Martinez. Nada. Null. For them to see your wealth, to really respect that, you need to convert it into something real, something tangible. The bigger the better.
He peers into his bottle for inspiration. What are you talking about? I'm the hottest shit in town. I'm as real as it gets. There's nothing more real than the end of everything. Yeah, okay, real like paying your bills or eating malt fibre in the morning. To never even grasp the idea of economic non-entities, I feel sorry for them. Yes, show them real art, then they'll be able to appreciate the majesty of my finances. What about the youth centre? Show them real art.
The Horseback Monument. That's the center of the district. They'd have to pay attention to that. We could get your name up there in lights. Damn thing's due for a reconceptualization anyway.
You're aware that monument is supposed to look like it's exploding. It doesn't need renovating.
I didn't say renovating. I said reconceptualization.
Yes.
It's medium concept shit is what it is.
He says, spitting out each word.
The level of conceptualization could always be higher.
Yes, conceptualization, yes.
But what would it cost?
What's the cost, buddy?
Nothing up front. That's because I always put the client first. My cut'll come out of the back end, after we've made you a sensation.
Sure.
We really haven't got time for
Kimmy.
this. In case you've forgotten, we are supposed to be investigating a murder.
I know.
And forget about contractors and the like. This job I'm handling personally. Concept and execution. Any unexpected expenses we'll take care of later. Can't let price compromise the work. Easy.
Let's do it.
That's it. I'm back.
Yes, baby. He takes a celebratory swig. A big one. Too big. The brown liquid cascades down his face and floods his nostrils. Once he's finished choking, he spits on the ground.
Sorry about that, my friend. This isn't about me. This is about you.
Yes.
Of course. A chance for you to give back to the community, to get your brand out there, to teach them your name. I can already see it. Tequila Sunset, spelled out in cathode rays, luminous against the evening sky. There won't be a single kid in this town who doesn't know who you are.
Sweet.
This is a good moment to bring up his drinking. He'll get nothing done if he continues like that.
Dude, you're going to have to slow down on the booze.
Whoa there!
The man looks taken aback, hands high in the air. Tiny droplets of beer flicker in his beard like minuscule pearls.
No need to worry about that. I've got it all under control. Besides, it helps with my creativity. Gets the business juices flowing, you know?
He finishes it off with a wink. If I can do it, so can you.
I don't think I can do it. Sorry.
He stares at the bottle in his hand, then lets out a deep sigh. Some complex calculations are taking place in that intoxicated mind of his.
Suddenly, you feel sad, looking at this man and his bottle. Somehow, he looks ancient. These thoughts having chased him for years.
No, you're right. I've got to do this. I need this. All right. You know what, Tequila, you old rat?
Yes.
I'll consider your request.
Good. When can you start?
Give me half an hour, my friend.
Beautiful.
In fact, I demand you to sit down here and not move until I'm back. Open a beer. Chat with your old pal.
Sure.
The lieutenant massages his temples and looks down at the ground.
Sorry, Kimmy.
There is little time for this.
Yeah.
Relax. I see you both running around like maniacs, just back and forth, back and forth. Gotta live a little. Enjoy the sun.
Exactly.
He turns his swollen nose to face the sun, cheeks ruddy from the biting wind.
Sure. A break.
Exactly. Just give me a minute or two.
Thank you for the pat on the head.
Before you know it, the man has put down the bottle, stood up, and left. Minutes pass. The clouds change shape up in the sky. You chat a bit with old Rosemary. Then, try to strike up a conversation with Don't Call Abigail about something other than Abigail. To no avail. It's all about Abigail.
Yes.
The lieutenant sits silent the entire time, preferring to focus on his notebook.
Sorry, Kimmy.
Clearly, we have better things to do than sit down and chat with a bunch of
Hey, money'll help.
After what feels like ages, you hear the fence creaking as if under a large weight. Look at him. Just look at him.
Oh no, don't hurt yourself. Doom spiral. What the hell's he doing? Has he impaled himself? Oh, he's alright. He's all good. Smooth.
It's idiot Doom Spiral. He's back, like a beast made of jaundice and fetid polypropylene. He returns locked in stiff combat with a most fearsome foe.
All finished?
I know. Ran into some problems there. Material shortages and the like. But don't worry. Genius thrives under constraints. That's why you pay for the best.
He seems even more drunk than before.
He can't even walk straight. How did he write your name in cathode rays?
You seem a bit drunk.
Of course I am. When you're ready, and I don't think you ever will be.
He pauses to pick up his bottle.
Just head on over to the Horseback Monument. You'll see. World's gonna know about you, me, and the shiny numbers in our bank account.
The lieutenant closes his notebook and nods at you, ready to go.
But if there's anything else your old friend can do for you, let me know.
He takes a mouthful of beer, swishing it around his mouth like some kind of sommelier. Alright. Let's go and look at this monument then. I'm going to run there rather than fast travel. Oh no, we can fast travel. Let's travel, it doesn't take long. What the hell has he done? Scaffolding? How? What? Have we got to unveil it?
An old monument stands in the middle of
Oh,
the
I've not done
traffic
this.
island. It is surrounded by scaffolding that has been haphazardly erected around it.
The scaffolding?
A matrix of metal tubes and wooden planks jut out at odd angles. A miserable tarpaulin covers up the horse and rider, flapping in the cold coastal air. There are no lights that spell out your name. No workers with calloused hands leering from above. Just construction materials displayed as if to mourn your misplaced dreams. There's not an ounce of artistry here. It's even worse than expected.
Maybe he's not finished.
That son of a bitch scammed you, probably to make fun of you. This is not what that personal brand strategist of yours promised. No one even knows that you're paying for this reconceptualization. Go and have a word with him. Find out what's going on. The old king looks defiantly.
Oh no. Alright then, let's go and dress him down. Dear me, idiot Doom Spiral, what the hell have you done? Is it just not finished? Hey, you con artist. I've not given him any money, so...
Tequila sunset.
I saw the monument.
No one does it better than me, eh? I would... Listen, I can feel it in my guts. A bright future awaits you. The one and only Tequila Sunset. You're already building great brand equity. No doubt the profits will come rolling in shortly.
Dude, it's just a bunch of scaffolding.
Of course not. Your trademark will be all over it as soon as the workers can get to it. The strike's holding them up. Not much I can do about that.
Oh, can we hire the scabs? He shrugs, then takes a swig from the bottle.
I guarantee the papers will pick it up once it's all finished. With photos and everything. You'll be the talk of the town. Investing into the community, creating value, giving back.
Sure.
Papers? Maybe she'll read the papers and see your name.
Maybe
it will bring her back.
Don't think so.
Hey, your new personal brand strategist still hasn't laid off the drink, even though he promised.
You said you weren't going to drink.
It isn't that easy, but I'm working on it. I really am. I even signed up for this evening group in Jamrock.
What are the newspapers going to say?
What would you like them to say?
Here's a man who knows how to play the media by starting with the right question.
Local bankruptcy curse lifted by social market mogul. Philanthropist rescues local kid from violent father, town pays tribute. Global superstar solves murder while making his fortune. Wealthy businessman renovates local eyesore. Global superstar.
But we haven't solved the murder yet.
Gimme!
We might have if you hadn't got distracted by this.
Very nice. You could be your own PR agent, Tequila.
He nods. I'm pulling the project. I don't have confidence it will ever get finished. Alright, I trust you to deliver the final product. Go ahead.
Don't spend a single brain cell worrying about it. Just leave it all to me. The final outcome will be spectacular. Just takes a little time.
Okay.
Anything else?
Alright, fine. Have we not got a quest for that? Okay, we just have to wait for a bit. Alright then. Okay, so what we are going to do, just to end the episode, I'm going to progress the Ravers quest just to the point where we had them, you know, in the original playthrough, and then tell them to cooperate. Alright. I'm going in, Kimmy. And I've got the tape to give to Egghead as well, so we'll do that as well. And we'll, of course, save Scum here first. Right, Egghead, I've got a tape for you. Yes.
Incremental progress! Yeah!
I found this reel of tape. Maybe you can use it.
Yeah! Remix time! Tape goes here, into deck B.
He clicks a switch, the tape starts spinning.
A hand on his ear, he listens to the audio through his headphones and shouts.
Wow! Did you get this from Arno himself?
A great excitement is bubbling to the surface within him. This is big.
What do you mean?
Listen, I'm just going to show it to you. Ready?
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, that's quality.
Wow! Here's
Yeah.
The signs match perfectly. Now, if only we had the beat for the full assault,
Oh.
it would be unbelievably hyper.
Intriguing. The way I see it, Van Eyck based his remix on some famous original piece, like a folk song,
Oh.
something local. Seems you found an initial part with the main melody.
I think it's just happenstance. Chaos in action. Contingencies of our limited existence. That and Egghead's fantastic talent.
He nods to his friend behind the turntables.
Noid's right. Egghead's technical talent is the key. Something mysterious is going on here.
Maybe Arno Van Eyck lives around here and threw a part of this song away because he thought it was shit. Andre's got it. Sounds like a local song remixed. I agree with Noid. It's just luck and Egghead's incredible mixing skills. Yeah, Egg's technical mixing skills.
Be how it may, if it fits, it fits. Bring up the volume.
What about the bass? Do you have any ideas for that?
Andre looks back at us.
Yeah, I remember. You said it needs more bass.
Honestly, nothing springs to mind right now, but I'll see if I can come up with a solution down the lane.
Yo, the warrior! The warrior of dance music!
Don't be too hard on yourself if you don't figure it out. I think the jam's already pretty ultra.
But it could be hyper hardcore!
Okay. The question won't leave you. Why did the melody line from a broken and discarded tape fit perfectly into a song played by some speed freaks in a frozen tent? Can it be a coincidence? Maybe it's the hand of the man machine himself in his attempt to craft a perfect song. Maybe Egghead is actually Arno Van Eyck in disguise. 50 minutes, I just need a skill point. Okay.
Huh?
No, we've not synced up. Okay, I'm happy with that. I don't know how to progress this quest, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this episode here. We'll do another bonus episode where we really progress this and the ultra-liberal quest line with all the money and stuff as well, hopefully. So I'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the first bonus episode. So leave me a like on the video, and just remember, everybody, never trust an uncrate. I'll see you back in the rave.